What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. It is Monday, May 6th, 2024, and I have some breaking news to share with you guys. Right now, it is 23:21 Eastern Time here in the United States, and we have some major breaking news coming in from the Middle East and from here in the United States. But before I get into that, I just want to show you some interesting flights over Asia. What you're looking at here is the flight path of a U.S. RC-135 reconnaissance plane flying along the North Korean-South Korean border here. And this is a full-fledged reconnaissance plane operated by the U.S. Air Force. It's very interesting that one of these would be airborne this early in the night. Usually they come up in the air later in the night. And then in addition to that, this is extremely interesting. Here we have a U.S. RC-135 Combat Sentinel plane, and these planes are responsible for collecting data on enemy radio signals, specifically radars. So they fly over an area and they try to gather information on radar signals and radio signals. And this thing is flying right off the coast of Taiwan and near Hong Kong and right off the coast of China. It's basically flying right along the shore of China here near Hong Kong. And the U.S. Air Force only has two of these planes in their entire inventory. Both of them are part of the 55th Wing at Offutt Air Base, which is home of Strategic Command. And these planes report directly to the president and the Joint Chiefs. So if one of these is up in the air somewhere, it means something serious is going on. So it's probably collecting intelligence information on the Chinese radar systems and radio signals in this area here near Taiwan. So this is very, very concerning to have one of these in the air right now. And it appears that Israel is taking its first steps to invade Rafah. Earlier this evening, they started preliminary movements towards Rafah. Apparently, they captured the Rafah border crossing between Egypt and southern Gaza. And what you're looking at here is video footage of the Israeli military using illumination flares to move towards Rafah. Apparently, Israeli tanks have entered 4 neighborhoods just to the east of Rafah. And so what you're looking at here are these illumination flares that the Israeli army used for those tanks to go into those neighborhoods right next to Rafah. So everything is in position. Basically, they've moved their forces right next to Rafah, and they've already captured the Rafah border crossing. And so now they just need the green light to actually go in. And Reuters is reporting that a U.S. official said that Israel plans to proceed with their Rafah operation. And a source from Gaza says that Hamas has left Rafah through the Rafah border crossing, where it held government offices, and he confirms that Israeli tanks are visible to the east of the city. Okay, so Hamas leadership and Hamas militants have fled from Rafah. They've went into Egypt, and apparently the Egyptian army is now on high alert. And Arab sources have reported earlier today that there was an assassination attempt against the Saudi crown prince Mohammed bin Salman. Now, I don't know if this is true or not. There were a lot of people saying that this was fake news. I guess we'll have to wait and see if it's fake or not. And the Saudi Arabian Ministry of Foreign Affairs released this statement about the Israeli invasion of Rafah, basically condemning it. So I'll just quickly read it to you. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs expresses the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia's warning of the dangers of the Israeli occupation forces targeting the city of Rafah as part of its systematic, bloody campaign to storm all areas of the Gaza Strip and displace its residents towards the unknown. in light of the lack of safe zones after the massive destruction caused by the Israeli war machine. The ministry affirms the kingdom's categorical rejection of the occupation forces' continued blatant violations of all international resolutions calling for the cessation of these massacres and their violation of international law and international humanitarian law without deterrence, which exacerbates the humanitarian crisis and limits international peace efforts. The ministry renewed the kingdom's demand for the international community to intervene immediately to stop the genocide carried out by the occupation forces against defenseless civilians in the occupied Palestinian territories. Wow, strong words there from the Saudi Arabian Ministry of Foreign Affairs. You can see the date right here, May the 6th. Wow. And an Israeli official told the Times of Israel that Israel aims to dismantle Hamas's military and governing infrastructure and secure the release of hostages and prevent future threats from Gaza to Israel and global security. And Russian media is reporting that Ukraine is planning a massive attack on Russian territory and on Crimea with drones tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see if that actually happens, but I do believe that Ukraine is going to launch a massive attack on Crimea, on the Crimean bridge. I think they're going to try to take out that bridge. And Russia has already issued a warning today to Britain, saying that if Ukraine uses British weapons to attack Russian territory, then there will be retaliation directly at the UK. Okay, very, very concerning. And Putin ordered a tactical nuclear weapons drill to begin very soon. And that was earlier today as well. So things are escalating around the Ukraine area. And it looks like Russia and Belarus are going to invade Latvia and Lithuania soon in the Baltics. And China hacked the British Defense Ministry, according to Sky News. MPs will be told on Tuesday of a massive data breach involving the Ministry of Defense targeting service personnel. And Poland says it is funding 20,000 Starlink satellite internet devices for Ukraine. And we're continuing to see these pro-Hamas riots spreading across the United States. Tonight in New York City, there are more of these riots, and hundreds of NYPD have been put on level 3 mobilization, which I believe is one of the highest levels of mobilization for the New York City police. Hundreds of NYPD riot officers from the Strategic Response Group have established themselves at several blocks near the Met Gala on 5th Avenue and are currently making arrests. Let me show you guys some footage here. We also have the UCLA canceling all in-person classes effective immediately through May the 10th. And apparently all these classes are going to be going remote due to ongoing disruptions on campus. My guess is the UCLA is taking precautions because of the Israeli operation in Rafah. And maybe they're afraid that when Israel goes into Rafah this week, that things are just going to get crazy there on campus. Let me show you guys some footage, though, coming out of New York City. It's just absolutely insane what's going on tonight, and I think it's only going to get worse as time goes on. As the war in the Middle East escalates, when Israel goes into Rafah, we're going to see more of these pro-Hamas riots, and they are being funded from outside sources. These are not organic riots. These are not just students, doing this, These are well-funded and well-trained and paid instigators, potentially paid by Hamas, potentially paid by Iran, potentially paid by George Soros, who knows, But it's going to get worse, so make sure you guys carry your self-defense tools 24/7, constantly, Always have your self-defense tools on your person, wherever it is legal for you to have them on your person. So here we have some footage.
Palestine is not your land! Zionist, you are land!
So this is actually peaceful compared to what I saw earlier. And there were some pro-Hamas supporters or Palestinians that were desecrating a war memorial for the 107th Infantry Regiment. But here you can see all the New York City riot police gearing up. This was earlier today. Our boys in blue doing a hell of a job dealing with these scumbags. A lot of them are scumbags, okay? Desecrating our war memorials, tearing down our flags. These are not just peaceful protesters. A lot of them are Hamas operatives, actually, okay, that are here on our soil, okay? Here's a video of some of these Hamas operatives in New York City desecrating a war memorial for the 107th Infantry. So here you can see they graffitied Free Palestine and Gaza on top of this war memorial. Absolutely despicable. This is an invasion, guys. This is not a protest. This is an invasion. Oh, and here they are burning our flag. Check that out.
Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine.
Are you okay now?
I did. Yeah.
This just really aggravates me seeing this, guys. This really makes me mad. And here we have some video footage of our boys in blue doing a great job arresting some of these scumbags causing chaos in New York City. So I'm not going to be able to share everything here on YouTube because of the policies on YouTube, but I will be sharing more footage on my Telegram channel, which is NYPrepper1. Just type in t.me/NYPrepper1. I'll leave the link to my Telegram in the comments down below. And then also earlier, these pro-Hamas rioters stormed through some police barricades. Okay, absolutely insane.
Leave the roadway and utilize the available sidewalk. If you do so voluntarily, no charges will be placed against you. If you remain in the roadway and refuse to utilize the sidewalk, you will be placed under arrest and charged with disorderly conduct.
Holy shit.
So things are only going to get worse, guys. So make sure you're prepared. And I will be back tomorrow with more breaking news. Follow me on Telegram. And until tomorrow, take care. God bless. And don't forget the 3 Ps: prepare, practice, and persevere. And this update was sponsored by My Patriot Supply. Guys, My Patriot Supply is doing a discount on their 1-month emergency food supply. And to get the deal, you got to go to preparewithnyprepper.com, and the link is in the description below this video. This is a 1-month freeze-dried food supply. It has a 25-year shelf life. Normal price is $237. They've dropped it down to $177. So that's a savings of $60. And it's all packed within 2 rugged, water-resistant buckets. Free shipping is included. $177 for 1 month of food. Where are you going to find a deal like that? They also have a general store, and they're always running discounts in their general store on various prepping and survival items. They have everything from MREs, potassium iodide, to survival seeds. And to get to their general store, you got to click on the My Patriot Supply logo at the top of the page when you get to preparewithnyprepper.com. And you'll see when you get there, they have everything you can imagine. So use the link preparewithnyprepper.com to get $60 off the My Patriot Supply 1-month emergency food supply. That's $180 for 1 month of food, free shipping included. The link is in the description below this video. And also check out their general store. They have everything you can imagine prepping and survival related, and they're always running various discounts there.